I could not bear the thought of entering the bedroom again. I'd rather go naked. Mom has already left. The kitchen windows are blind from the heat of the gas burner she'd used to chase away the biting cold of the night. A cup of tea, with a plate on top to keep it warm, sits on the counter right next to a cheese sandwich for my lunch, carefully wrapped in parchment paper, like a present. And today there's an apple as a sweet little extra. I slip into pantyhose, sweater, and skirt, and leave the apartment armed with soap, shampoo, towel, washcloth, and Nivea milk. Out in the hallway, on my floor, the fifth, I have to hold my nose from the sickening smells of Monday leftover dinners, mainly cabbage and chicken soup. I hate chicken. These smells have traveled up and are trapped under the roof, waiting till the next wave of cooking will add another note not much more appealing than this one. Across from my apartment, I unlock the door to the neighbors. Everyone here is still in dreamland. Only schoolgirls are up at this hour, and working moms. At the end of a narrow path to the toilet is a sink in a crummy corner with painted wallpaper where hot water has left running marks on a layer of dust. It's separated from the rest of the apartment by a curtain, ending halfway down between my knees and ankles. Not much to hide behind. But I can't complain. The red light from the heater above and the warm water is utter luxury. I should be thankful to the neighbors. They don't mind my coming. They treat me as if I belong. I'm family. Sometimes I watch TV with them, and on occasion, when Mom isn't home, they invite me over for dinner. Mornings are okay. I can hear them breathe and snore, springs sighing under heavy bodies, turning in the weightlessness of their sleep. I feel safe. Nobody will disturb my cleaning ritual or glimpse my naked legs and breasts. It's the evenings that make me self-conscious. When I get ready for bed, he usually sits in his armchair in the living room, which appears to have been secretly arranged at a perfect angle to face the end of the corridor where I'm about to get undressed behind that flimsy piece of fabric. Pretending to watch television, he penetrates the opaque material. I'm so sure of that. It's as if his eyes are feeling me out like X-rays. I try to undress above the hemline of the curtain, to give him as little pleasure as possible. Lifting one leg up high to pull it through the underwear, then the other leg, I pray not to lose my balance and fall into the curtain. That would be my worst nightmare. Already the thought of him seeing my panties gives me the creeps. Some evenings I don't feel up to it. Instead, I boil a pot of hot water in my kitchen and strip bare in front of the tiny U-shaped cold water sink. I'm used to it. No big deal. Also, in the evenings, I don't wash my hair. Lowering my head in the sink to let the warm water run over it, I massage the shampoo in and enjoy the fresh green apple smell that I love. I keep the skirt on, of course. Never undress entirely. Minimum exposure. That's my secret mantra. After I wrap the towel around my wet hair, I start circling the soapy washcloth over one part of my body after the other, always rinsing and drying and putting clothes back on as I go, before I undress the next. No, I don't like coming here. Only the alternative is not much better. Besides, I have it down to a science. My every move is automatic and fast. I know the routine. If I could, though, I would wish for a shower. I would even pray for one, like I did for the hula hoop a few years back. But I shouldn't get my hopes up. This time it won't work, and I don't want to use up precious prayers. Who knows what I might need them for in the future. Sometimes my girlfriend's mother invites me to come over to take a shower. It's a small cabin I can barely turn around in, but it's heaven. Hot water pours down on me, caressing every inch, massaging my neck and back. Such a delight. First time I laughed out loud. It made me so happy. Transported me into another dream world like in the mornings. In this warm, light place, where ice and snow were unheard of, I felt at home. Sunshine made me smile, and friendly dogs followed me around, protecting me from the ugliness of cold and prey. It turned out to be a brief fantasy. There's only so much hot water. After 5 minutes, it was over. I learned it the hard way. Shampoo still on my head and soap all over, the cold water hit me like a frozen whip, and the sunny world with the doggies vanished in an instant. The FM radio plays the newest hits from Radio Luxembourg. Barely audible, of course. But then I know them all by heart anyway. Positioned between the neighbor's hairbrush and cream pot, it whispers Roy Orbison's Pretty Woman, and I smile a big toothpaste smile. The girl in the mirror lifts and tilts her head ever so slightly and pretends to be one of the singers from a group on TV the other day. I'd watched it at the neighbors. That was magical. They were so beautiful. I'd never seen anything like it. This, too, turned out to be another brief visit to dreamland. He came back from the kitchen with a cup of coffee in his hand and ordered me to turn it off. TV is bad for little girls, he gruffed. I'm not a little girl anymore. I'm a teenager. But of course, I obliged. What else can I do? My feelings are beyond hate. They had converted to this disturbing coldness a long time ago. But the happiness that had touched me stayed. I could feel it hidden deep down somewhere under a mountain of pain and misery that had already accumulated in my life. I'm convinced that my memory is protected by my ability to restrict those feelings to the spine and forget about them. I'm almost done. Time to rub in body lotion. I do it because Mom does it. It takes extra precious moments, but it makes my skin smooth and soft. I'm about to slip back into my sweater, and my head is still buried in the warm, soft wool when I feel a slight draft. Someone brushes by, opens the door to the toilet just a breath away behind me, and I freeze. Incapable of moving, my body is still there, an empty shell. I have left. I wake up in a country where the sun always shines and the houses are white, surrounded by sweet-smelling, beautiful flowers. I have my own bathroom with a tub even, to take bubble baths, and I listen to my favorite songs all day long. And in the mornings, never too early, darkness means evening from now on, I let the soft rain fall on me in a shower, so big I can dance in. Dreams are my life. I know they will come true one day. Won't they? Next time, you'll hear about Herschel and the 4 magic words. Till then, be well and stay tuned.